Risk, rate and hazards are so-called measures of frequency or measures of occurrence, which specifically are of importance when we have a cohort design. In a cohort design, we follow up individuals within the cohort to see whether during follow-up these individuals develop the outcome of interest. We can denote an outcome with an X and a non-outcome with a dot. Then the easiest measure of frequency is the so-called risk, where we count the number of outcomes and we divide it by the number who have started the follow-up period. Here that would be 2 outcomes out of 3 people starting. The assumption that we make with this calculation is that all participants have a complete follow-up. This assumption is rather strong, especially in longer cohort studies, where it happens that people might drop out during the follow-up time and are therefore lost to observation of the outcome. In this situation, we can calculate a rate. We are still counting the number of outcomes, but now we use as a denominator the cumulative follow-up time. And this is calculated by adding all the follow-up time of each participant together in a cumulative measure of follow-up. The assumption here is that the underlying risk during the follow-up is constant. So it doesn't matter if I look at the first 2 months of follow-up or the last 2 months of follow-up, the underlying risk is the same. But also this is often not the case, as it might happen that this underlying risk changes over time, for example by the start of treatment. In this situation we resort to using the hazard, and the hazard can be defined as the instant risk in a given period. And for this instant risk we divide our follow-up period in smaller periods. And in each of the period we calculate the risk. Combining all these risks gives us the hazard distribution. So this is not a single number, but it is a distribution.